Okay, take a look at this question. I want you to work it with me, all right? Because you know this stuff by now, right? It says acquiree company is 90% owned, is a 90% owned subsidiary of acquirer company. That means one company acquired 90% of the other company. The carrying amounts of the non-controlling interest and the subsidiary are 1 million and 10 million respectively. The subsidiary's fair value is 15 million. Acquirer transferred part of its interest to third company on December 31st for 12 million in cash, but retained a non-controlling interest equal to 20% of acquiree's voting interest. The fair value of the retained interest, which gives acquirers significant influence, is 3 million. Okay, so they gave up some, they retained some, and the value is 3 million. The fair values and carrying amounts are as of December 31st. Acquirer must account for this transaction how? All right, now we have to decide if we're going to get a gain or a loss on this transaction. Okay, so remember now, a lot of information here, but I'm going to show you how to do the calculation. Okay, to do the calculation, to see if you have a gain or a loss, we're going to start with the 12 million, all right, 12 million that they transferred the interest for, because remember, they sold part of it to third company. They still retained $3 million value, because remember, the total was what, $15 million in terms of the value, and they still have 3 million. But where did this 1 million come from? That is the non-controlling interest portion of the company. So what you want to find out to determine the gain, you have to find the total value, right? The 12 million that it was transferred for, the 3 million that they still have, plus the non-controlling interest, and then what was the initial amount that they were carrying it for? 1 million for non-controlling interest, 10 million for the parent. So therefore, there it is. Subtract that 10 million, and so your gain is 6 million. Take the 12 million. These numbers are all in the questions. I know it was a long question, not a lot of numbers to deal with, but you have to remember where they came from, right? So take the 12 million plus the 3 million that they retained the interest in, plus the 1 million of the controlling interest, subtract that 10 million, and you end up with a gain of 6 million. So now let's take a look at the answers and see if we find that gain for 6 million. Now remember what I said, the total initially fair value 15 million, right? Where did the 10 million come from? There it is. Where was the 1 million? Non-controlling interest. And remember what it says, December 31st, the 12 million in cash, and they had retained significant influence of 3 million. So it's a matter of arranging the numbers the right way. And so we end up with a gain. If you left out one of these numbers, you would have calculated the wrong number. So how much gain are we looking for again? 6 million. And there it is. Recognize a gain for $6 million. So B is your final answer.